Imagine the joy of reuniting with your loved ones and building a new life together in Canada. This video delves into family sponsorship, exploring the programs, eligibility criteria, and application process that make it all possible. Get ready to discover the power of family bonds and the opportunities that await in the Great White North. What is Family Sponsorship Canada? Family sponsorship is a program that allows Canadian citizens and permanent residents to sponsor their family members to come and live in Canada. This program is designed to reunite families and help them build a new life in Canada. Family sponsorship is an important part of Canada's immigration policy, allowing families to stay together and build a new life in Canada. Who can be sponsored? Canadian citizens and permanent residents can sponsor certain relatives to come to Canada if they are at least 18 years old and a Canadian citizen. A person registered in Canada as an Indian under the Canadian Indian Act, or a permanent resident of Canada. The Canada Family Sponsorship Program comprises the following programs, corresponding to the family members that can be sponsored. Partner/Spouse Sponsorship Canada. This program is specifically for Canadian citizens and permanent residents wanting to sponsor their spouse, common law, or conjugal partner's Canadian residency. To be eligible for this program, you must either be legally married to or able to prove the existence of a common law or conjugal relationship with your sponsor for at least 12 months. Dependent Child Sponsorship. Dependent child sponsorship allows Canadian citizens and permanent residents to sponsor their dependent children to live with them as permanent residents in Canada. To be eligible for this program, the child must be under 22 years old and not have a spouse or common law partner. Parent and grandparent sponsorship. This program allows you to be sponsored by your children or grandchildren, provided they are Canadian citizens or permanent residents. Your sponsor must be 18 and meet certain income requirements to qualify for this program. Adopted child sponsorship. If you're adopted, the pathway to family sponsorship in Canadian citizens and permanent residents to sponsor their adopted children to come and live in Canada. To be eligible for this program, the child must be under 18 years old and not have a spouse or common law partner. Relative sponsorship. In some rare circumstances, you can even be sponsored by more distant relatives such as uncles, aunts, cousins, siblings, nieces, and nephews. To be eligible for this program, the sponsor must be considered a lonely Canadian, which means they have no spouse, common law partner, child, parent, or grandparent. The Canada Super Visa. This program allows you to visit your children or grandchildren in Canada for up to 2 years without renewing their status, provided they are Canadian citizens and permanent residents. To be eligible for this program, you must have medical insurance and meet the relevant income requirements. The Family Sponsorship Application Process. The Family Sponsorship Application process involves the following steps. Step 1. Apply to sponsor. The sponsor must complete the application to sponsor their family member. This application includes information about the sponsor and the family member being sponsored. Step 2. Apply to be sponsored. The family member being sponsored must complete their application. This application includes information about the family member and their relationship to the sponsor. Step 3. Pay your application fees. Both the sponsor and the family member being sponsored must pay their application fees. These fees are non-refundable and must be paid before processing the application. Step 4. Submit additional information. The sponsor and the family member being sponsored may be required to submit additional information. This information may include medical exams, police certificates, and other documents. Step 5. Submit your application. Once all the required information has been gathered, the sponsor and the family member being sponsored must submit their applications. The applications will be reviewed by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, and a decision will be made. Family sponsorship is designed to reunite families and help them build a new life in Canada. If you have a family you're waiting to join in Canada and want to start a beautiful life with them, subscribe and visit CanadianVisit.org to learn how to start your journey.